Right guys, welcome to my video, and I have got a single piece of 4x2 2x4 pine out, and I just want to see if I can make this using that wood. So I'm just getting my idea down in paper. This is not a new idea by any far stretch of imagination. I just wanted to test myself, see if I could make this with a 4x2. So I'm just getting my rough sizes, rough sketch down, what you need to do, get a rough sketch, or you could get plans for these elsewhere. But nice little build, nice and decorative little build. So just marking out here. And just be careful around your power tools, especially spinning blades, that kind of thing. Make sure your hands are well away from the wood. Not the wood, the blade, sorry. Make sure your hands are away from that blade. And these are close-up shots. Don't worry, I'm sort of well away from them. So I'm just lifting that blade there just above the wood. Taking it nice and easy, that's in real time. And since I cleaned my Saxon blade, it's working flawlessly. And don't forget to subscribe, as it says there on my push club stick. If you're watching the video and you're not already subscribed, please feel free to subscribe. Every little helps. Do the thumbs up thing and hit the notification so you don't miss any other videos. So I'm just going in with a 45 here. And this is going to be the bracket section. I'm just taking my time. And guys, just to let you know, I've got a Patreon up and running now, so if you want to go over to Patreon, the link's in the description. You can support me on there, you can support me on the YouTube memberships, as and when I get, know what I'm doing basically with them. I'll be adding more content onto them, membership-based content. But the Patreon link's there. People have asked me to set up the Patreon, so just to let you know, it's all there. And if you like the video, you can hit the super thanks. Everything I raise through the Patreon, through the memberships, and through the super thanks goes back into buying tools and wood and all that kind of stuff. And I know you guys are all amazing. My main aim is to make sure you enjoy my videos as much as I enjoy making them for you. I really like that camera angle. So the way I had this wood stored, my 4x2s are still nice and straight, but my 6x1s and 8x1s are totally at it. So I'm just going in and sanding every single piece here. This was a bit time consuming. You don't have to go to these lengths what I'm going to, but I did it because I just wanted to make sure I'm showing you the right way to do it. To the best of my ability, that is. I don't know if it's, I might be doing things wrong, mightn't I? So the paint I've chosen here is just some random paint we had left over. It's just a satin paint. But I'm going to be putting lacquer over it anyway, so it will last, or should last. And I should have really got Shelley to do this. She's brilliant at all this kind of stuff. But I was just rushing, and I just wanted to get it done. I often got to remember she's busy with, her own job, her own little business, what she's got going. As you can see, I'm not the artist. But it was just a bit fiddly, painting all the bits. So I'm just marking out for the bracket here, just making sure everything sort of looks nice and the right size. I'm just drilling some pilot holes now. And this will have 2 screws going through it in this direction. I just flipped it over and then countersunk the top. Again, just taking my time, I'm in no rush. So I'm just sanding everything back now, just getting rid of pencil marks, just giving it that sort of rustic, chic looking look. And the paint took to that wood really well, to be honest. These again could be good sellers at craft fairs, on your Etsy site, Facebook Marketplace, depending on where you're selling them from. I haven't got a clue what you could charge for them, but there's minimal cost in the wood. And I know I'm putting paint on the ends there. This is just to hold it, really. Not you know, I know you shouldn't put glue over paint, but it's just to sort of nip it together. And I just leave them to go off for a bit. So now I've just come back. I've probably left them about 20 minutes, half an hour, something. So I'm just going through with a pilot hole again, just so I don't cause any splitting on the actual bracket. And I'm using the screws from the screw shop, link in the description. I rave about these screws in one of the previous videos. They are really, really good screws. Never thought there would be a difference in screws, but there is. You know, you live and learn, don't you? I used to think, oh no, screws, sandpaper, all that kind of stuff, and people rave about different things like that. I'll be honest with you, I used to think, no, you just try to flog some stuff. But seriously, sandpaper, I totally get it, especially sandpaper, and these screws, they're just a world of difference for whatever reason. And again, I'm just going over the whole thing, just giving it that sort of scuffed back look. More you're just taking it off the corners more than anything. So I'm just building up the baskets now, and I'm just simply using my nailer for this, my brad nailer. Just make sure everything's as square as possible. This doesn't have to be perfect, but you know, it's just good practice to make it right, isn't it? Especially if you're selling them as well. I'm just trying to space them out as best as possible so they look right. Nice and easy. So you sort of like making like a little pallet type structure, and then you're just going up then, like 2 strips on either side going up. So whatever height you want it, you can make these to fit specific, you know, plants, that kind of thing. Plant pots, should I say. You could put indoor plants in these, outdoor plants, depending on the size of your house. These eventually will be going on the front of our house. We're just waiting for the front to be repainted as part of the ongoing thing we have with the house. The house is old, and you start one job and you find 5 others. It's been like that now for the last sort of 12 months, doing bits and pieces. The latest thing to go was the boiler, so all that's just been fixed again. So I'm just making sure everything's nice and neat. And I'm just putting the hooks in. These are the hooks. I got quite a few from Lidl, and I'm just using them. And again, I'm just countersinking the top so I can put the hooks in the top there. And I'm just twisting them in. The first time I've made these hanging baskets. Now the good test for these will be over the winter, whether this sort of finish and stuff holds up on it, whether to get them up in time, depending on when, you know, the front of the house gets painted. I want it done before winter, if possible, if I can get the guy to make the time to come and do it for me. So it gets several coats of this spray. I won't say several, 3 or 4 coats of this spray. That was wrong of me saying that. Make sure you're in a well ventilated area with the right mask on. It's nice and does it. I'm getting better with the spraying. I'm not brilliant with spraying. I often get runs and all that kind of stuff. There's a technique to it, isn't there? You know, there's a knack. So here I'm at the big box now. Shelley's picking plants to go in them. And you've probably seen my little video of the inside where I was ranting about the place. But the flower displays, absolutely stunning. And we got what we want. We actually got more than what we wanted, really. It was nice being out here. I don't have a say here. Can you know, obviously. So this is what she's picked. Lavender, I think it is. So the chains I got off Amazon. You can get different length chains. I sort of bought them blind. I think these are the 10-inch chains. But they seem to work. I was going to put rope in there, but it just didn't look right. So I'm just fitting them to my backboard here because I can't obviously put them on the outside wall at the moment. Just to show you all. When you fit in and make sure the bracket's nice and level. It's handy having that board. Anybody wants to send me stickers, just send me stickers. I'll put them on my board. And I'm just hanging it up now. See what it hangs like. There you go. I want that to go the other way, so you'll see what I mean in a minute. Look at this other bracket up. And here's the plants fitted in the basket. Now they look a bit, you know, not level sort of thing. But what you do is you just turn the top up round slightly and it'll bring them back in sort of to level into line. Sort of there, as you can see, as I'm just turning it slightly, it's bringing it back to where I want it. How neat do they look? I love them. I think they're really smart. Let me know in the comments what you think. And don't forget, guys, to let me know where you're all from. I ask that in every video. And there we go, finished. 2 hanging baskets made out of a 4x2. Who'd have thought? I quite like them. They're actually nice, solid, strong they are as well. You can see a chip out there where I went through with a nail on the front, but I'll just pop a bit of paint over that. You could easily sell these, couldn't you? You could easy sell these, make money with them. I think Shelley's picked the right plants as well to go in it. I'm not going to say otherwise, am I really? It's not worth the aggravation. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think in the comments. It's been a pleasure making this video for you again. I really like them. I don't know what it is. They're just a bit different. They're just different to what you see about. I like the colour. I like the plants. I like the chains. But yeah, all in all, I think it works. What do you think? I'll have to sort that little chip out on the front there. These will look nice on the front of the house when it's done. Right, guys, thank you for watching, and on to the next one.